Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Drak and we are having a peek at Winds of Trade, a trading simulation set in the Age of Sail, so say 18th or 19th century, where you take over a trading company, try to lead it to fortune, fame and riches, mostly riches. I have two disclaimers to make. One, this is a press copy provided to me free of charge so that I can do some coverage. Number two, I'm in the credits of the game. That's a bit unusual. I played a very early version of the game, provided some feedback, and developer decided to put me into the credits. That was before it was made available to the public, so that's why I'm in there. The game is available for 15 bucks on Steam. I've been doing, I wanted to do a video on it for quite a while, but every time I wanted to do it, I saw that the dev was actually talking about a new update and new features that were coming. So I postponed and postponed, but I decided to just do it now. And it is an interesting game. It has a lot of potential. There are things that you might like if you like the Age of Sail, if you like trading sims. There's also something that you might not like. And I'm gonna go into that in a little bit. So shall we start with a game? I think we will. So if you start a new game, you have the choice between 4 difficulty modes: easy, medium, hard and impossible. They mainly determine with how much money you start and if pirates will attack you all the time on impossible or basically never. We're gonna go with easy so that I can show you as much as possible. We're gonna go for a bluish color, and we're not gonna be called East India Company. We're gonna be called Draco's Folly. We only do the best business deals, I swear. So you have to decide your ship, your starting ship. You can have lots of ships later on, all historical ships that fit the age. If we go for low cargo capacity, high speed, you'll mostly be doing smuggling and contract work. If you go for high cargo capacity, you'll mostly do bulk goods trading. And if you go for the brig, you can do a bit of both. I think we'll go for the schooner for now, because I actually like the high speed gameplay quite a bit. We're gonna leave it with Black Bather. Why not? That's fine. We have 3 victory conditions: become a millionaire, or highest net worth after 10 years, or conquest, destroy all your opponents, or just go for the sandbox. We're gonna go for millionaire because it doesn't really matter for this kind of playthrough. And now the game's gonna load in, and while it is loading in, I can actually talk a little bit about the one big drawback, the one big gripe that I have with the game, because we do have this screen, because the game is generating all the world procedurally. So we're not playing in a real or on a real historical map, which is what I would have liked to see. But instead it's being procedurally generated. We're going to have cities, we're going to have islands, we're going to have different factions, and they're all newly generated. So this is our starting city, our starting ship. Starting city does have your first trade office in there. But other than that, it isn't anything special. You're not locked down to it. Now, if you zoom out, you can see that we have in this game sort of 3 islands, but 2 of them are together. You can see the different political factions. They're currently at peace in Udrana. These are all procedurally generated. So these guys are the biggest faction. They have they're different gripes with each other. They see each other as threats and all that. And it also has gameplay implications, because if 2 of them are at war and you deliver wares to one of them, the other faction is not going to be happy because you're directly impeding their war effort, which makes them kind of mad, and I can understand that. Now the thing is, with a game like this, you kind of want to live the fantasy of actually being there and actually leading your trading company. So I think a historical map would definitely help with that. I've talked with the dev about it. He said that might be a very long-term goal, but it is ways off, which I think is kind of sad, because the game's systems actually do work pretty well, and I think they would really shine if they were set against a historical backdrop, a real historical backdrop. It needn't be huge. I mean, if you had, let's say, India and Southeast Asia to trade in, that might be enough. You don't have to do the whole world. On the other hand, I mean, I understand it is a one-man shipping team mostly. So that thing might be pretty big, but I'm pretty sure there are people that would help building the map and all that kind of thing. The systems of the game I really like. So they are, I mean, if you've been playing trading simulations, then you know most of them. The basic principle is buy low and sell high. You have a lot of tools to actually do this, so you can go into each of the cities. Especially if you have a trade office, then you know exactly what kind of prices they have. This is a pretty good city actually, because we have a lot of stuff available over here. Very high population, so they're selling a lot of stuff. Like we have the cotton that we could buy. I think that's a pretty good price. You can see what kind of stuff is being produced in the city. You can also see that they have sort of a consumption themselves. So, for example, they're producing 3.45 rum, but they're directly consuming almost all of it again. So rum is not going to be really available in that city. They just have a lot of population, so they need their rum for themselves. This is interesting because after a while you'll actually know what kind of trading routes exist on the map. You can do auto trading, so I could set this thing to auto trading and could create my own auto trading things and then let that ship operate completely on its own. That's interesting. You can have captains. You get the captains from the tavern. He is a gunner. They have different skills, so this guy has plus 10% cannon precision, which is, yeah, it's not too useful. I actually don't want him. You can sometimes have conversations with people in here. There's a strange shady man sitting in a corner of the tavern. I have a deal that might interest you. Klotzberg Sales Corporation has this nice brigade called Crusader. For a price of 17,000 I could make sure that ship no longer sails, if you get what I mean. No. But yeah, you have ways to actually destroy your competition. So we have a couple of competitioners. We have Klotzberg Sales, we have Canmo Sea Transport, Klingelbach Star Company, and Draco's Folly in here. These are also procedurally generated. Right, so you can buy stuff from the cities directly. You can also go for contract work. So there's a contract office that is accessible from everywhere. There are different types of contracts. You can have delivery contracts, you can deliver people, you can deliver wares. They can ask you to actually source some materials, like over here. They're just saying, yeah, bring us 40 tons of iron. I don't care where you get them, just collect them and bring them to us. And then you have a reward and you have a penalty if you don't do it, and you have an amount of time. The amount of time is pretty important, since you have to take the wind into account. The wind is coming from this direction. You can see that it moves as I move, so it's always taking into account how you look on the map. But if I were to send my ship, let's say, to over here, that's going to take me a pretty long time, because we can only make 4 knots because we are trying to move through the wind. Whereas if I send it over here to Klotzberg, we're going to be a lot faster. We're going to take 11 days to over here. And we're going to take 8 days to over here, even though this is a much larger distance. So the wind has to be taken into account. Right, you can take loans, that's fairly standard. You can also invest in the companies that are active in this country though, and if you help them, if you transport their goods to other places so they can make a profit, and if you supply them with stuff so they can produce more wares, their shares will actually increase. So if you buy shares now and then decide to focus on a specific company or a specific city to really help them, then you have more than one way of profiting from that. You don't only get the profit from selling your wares, but you can actually make profit that way. That's pretty interesting. Currently we have no portfolio, but you can see where they are present in, and then you can decide to maybe only do trading in a specific area to push your investments forward, which is interesting. The newspaper currently don't have anything, so there are going to be stuff like, yeah, war breaks out, or we have a famine, or all these kinds of things that you can take advantage of if you are an interested party. You can also see that we have possible colony position. You can build colonies, which are basically like manufactories that allow you to get a steady supply of goods for yourself. You can only do that once you are at a very good standing with one of the factions. You can just do that willy-nilly. It's also rather expensive to do that, so that is one of the late game things that you might want to do. You can put your ships into fleets. There's a combat system, which I'm gonna go into in a little bit. You have here, you can see all the cities in the world, their population. So the higher the population, the more goods they're gonna have. We're currently at Nziga. You can see the capitals of the different regions symbolized by this, and you can see what they're all producing. So the economy system I really like, because it's very well thought out. You can see what the different cities do. You can see what they produce, what they consume. That is a very logical system. I like that. Currently, we don't have any colonies, but it's a very interesting goal to work towards. Contracts we already covered. We didn't cover the smuggling contracts though, because these are kind of interesting. So we have this guy, Shady Man. We need to obtain 10 tons of cigars for some not exactly legal endeavors. We have 76 days to do that and to deliver those cigars to Croston. Now, we're going to have a look at where Croston is. That's over here. Okay, so that's fine. You can, at any point in the game, you can just tap the G button. And then you write the first couple of letters, and then I can zoom there directly. So G is go to, which is kind of handy. And you can also go for the name of your ship. So if I were to go for Black Bether and I hit enter, then it goes to my ship. That's kind of nice. I like that as a feature. It's a bit sad that I can't give my ships numbers. If I press Control and 1, for example, that won't do nothing for me, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, okay, so we want cigars. Let's have a look where we can source some cigars. In the red cities, they aren't legal. And we don't have a lot of sources for the prices currently. We have some rumors about the prices of cigars. We actually have no idea where we could get some cigars, which is pretty bad. We have no idea about the quantities, and we have no idea about the availability in the other cities. That's pretty bad. You can have 3 types of information. Your own ship, your trading office, or rumors. So it is very beneficial if you have trading offices in all those places. Then you will know where to buy and where to sell. So I can't really do that that cigar thing now, because I have no idea where I would get them. Let's try something else. Let's try a different contract. I really want to do some smuggling, because the smuggling mechanic I kind of like, because we have to hide the smuggling goods under regular goods. So if I buy 10 tons of cigars, let's say from over there, and then I have to smuggle them into Croston, let's just send our ship to... What I could do is I could have a look into the city list, just see who creates cigars. I think that might be the easiest thing. So we have this, Gardi Kaki. Okay, these guys are creating cigars. They're not a very big population though. Our city is also creating cigars. Can we just buy some cigars here? Apparently not. Apparently not. What are you doing with all your cigars? Are you all smoking them yourself? Or is that the demand? Am I seeing that wrong? No, they have a cigar making industry. Yeah, they do have that over here, which is interesting. Cerrone. Is that next to us? Yeah, that is over here. We could try that. We could try that. Let's just select our ship and send it over here, because I want to show at least one smuggling mission. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, the goods prices is definitely a good spot for you to look in, to find out where you can source some stuff. If you have no source and no room, I think that's a bit of an oddity of this particular map, because our starting place is so far off from the other islands that we don't really know what's going on there, which is a bit of a shame. It's also weird that a capital would be right out there. Although I think that is its own faction. Kufruna. Yeah, that's it. That's its own faction on that little island over there. That's fine. I mean, why not? All the ships have different rigging. So because we have a schooner, we have a fore and aft rigging. We're not that fast with the wind directly behind, but we're very maneuverable. The other kind of rigging that you can have is a square rigging, where you're fast if the wind comes directly from aft. And we have cotton sails, which makes our ship go faster. Okay, so we're in Saroni. Now let's see if I can't source some cigars. Apparently I can't. Great. Great. I want those cigars, goddammit. Ah, you can see that they are out of paper. If I could source them some paper, they'd actually be able to give me some cigars. So that might be a thing. But yeah, I don't think I'm actually gonna do that. That contract, because the time is also ticking with the contracts. I like the contracts because they are kind of diverse and they give you something to do. But I mean, that's basically it. You're trading back and forth with your ship. You're buying stuff. You can get those captains. This guy is a slaver, so he used to be a slaver, so he knows to how manipulate the crew in order to accept a much lower wage. Okay, and this guy is an organizer, increasing the cargo capacity massively, 30%. That's pretty amazing. This place has no shipyard. I guess it's just too small. Could send our ships over here. Maybe I can get cigars over there. Come on, move it. The quest for cigars has begun. Rum. I mean, they have paper. I'm just gonna buy all the paper. I gotta open a trade office first. Well, let's source some paper for these guys. Come on. We bought that for 83 and we can sell it for 118, which makes us a tidy profit. And now theoretically, resources illegal here. No, that's not a problem. They should now start making cigars again. At least that would be nice. Like, they're gonna produce 6.33 per day. I could just wait until they actually get their cigar production done. Yeah, they got some cigars now. How much did the other dude want? Contract office. Why are you smuggling? We have 48 days, 10 tons of cigars. We've got to make sure that we can actually arrive there in time. 14 days as compared to 48 days. Yeah, we can do that. So let's accept that. Okay. Let's do it. Let's buy some cigars over here. He wanted 10, I think. We have one active. Yeah, he wants 10 tons of cigars for not exactly legal endeavors. I guess he tends to smoke them. I mean, I'm not sure what one does with a cigar, but could be that he just wants to smoke them. So the thing is, what you got to do is you got to bury them under some legal goods. So I think we're just going to buy some grain to hide them in. We're going to stuff them inside the grain and try to stop them from finding out. And you can see now that we're actually prohibited from selling cigars in all these areas, which is interesting. I would like to, I mean, maybe they have a captain that can help with smuggling. There are some captains that actually help you quite a bit with that, but apparently not. The smuggling is a little bit percentage based, so you have a certain chance of actually smuggling those goods into the city. Just moving in here, and let's see if we can make it happen. So we have a 77% chance to just sneak the stuff in. We can also try to bribe the authorities, but as soon as I attempt that, I have either to pay them the bribe or I have to throw it all overboard, because I can't go back from that. So I'm going to try to sneak the stuff in. You can see that because I have filled my hold with illegal goods, makes that harder to search. So let's just try it. Oh, and they found my contraband. Oh, come on. Come on. I guess I should have bribed them. That's not good. That's not good. No, I can't open a trade office over here. So the thing is, I have only 33 days. I gotta now backtrack. Try to source some more cigars. Sell them over here. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I think that is a lost cause, which is going to be nasty because I'm going to lose a lot of money. It's not impossible. Maybe we can do it. Come on. Stop that. We need some cigars. It's really nasty. I gotta buy 10 more cigars. They're actually fairly expensive. I'm just gonna go with the assumption that these are not single cigars, but just chests with cigars. Is what I'm thinking. Right, so let's try to make it over to Groston. 14 days. How long do we have? 20 days. We could do it. It might be possible. I'm just gonna center the view on my ship. Come on, buddy. I know you can do it. Let's hope the... Yeah, we're sailing directly against the wind, which is not helping here. It's not helping at all. I mean, we have the fore and aft rigging, so it doesn't hurt us quite as much as other ships if we have to sail against the wind, but still. 8 days, 14 days. And we have the Gazette. So, after months of deliberation, the nations of Penza and Kufruna couldn't agree on a color for a shared country borderline. So they're provoking each other, that's fine. These have a direct impact on prices and stuff, so it's interesting. I'm just gonna bring up the speed here. I wish the game would auto-pause once I actually reach a port. I'm not sure if that is an option. So I have another 77% chance, but I gotta bribe now. Gotta bribe these guys. They only want 880. Yeah, that's doable. Yes, I gotta accept. I gotta accept. And now I'm gonna deliver these. So have that. And now I get my 17,000. So that could have gone better. I'm actually gonna make a profit on the grain as well, which is interesting. These guys are pleased to reward my company with 3,000 for connecting its port with 3 other destinations around the world. Okay. That's kind of nice. So you've seen the smuggling mission. The trading is very similar to that. What I wanted to show you now is the combat. So we've got a bunch of starting capital. I have no shipyard in here. I have no shipyard. Let's find a big city. And actually, let's buy a proper ship. Well, we can sell home to our own little place in Zega. Let's just do that. Buy a proper ship there. So let's go into the shipyard. Do we have anything that we want? Yes, I could buy that heavy frigate. That actually looks fairly nice. It has... It's gonna be difficult to properly equip it. But yeah, wave glider is fine. Let's take it. I have no money now. Like... No, wait. Oh, I'm in bankruptcy. Could you stop, please, now, sir? Yeah, don't show me that again. What I want to do is I want to sell my ship. Sell and repair ships. I'm going to sell the Black Betha, which might not be a good idea, but oh well. Oh, we're still building that ship. I thought I could buy that directly. Okay. We can wait. I think I'm just going to take a loan. That is a very savvy move, I think. It's a very, very good idea to take as much money as you can. So let's just stretch it out for 60 months. We've got enough money now. We're just going to wait until our ship is done. Just 11 days. Come on, people. Chop, chop. Okay, the sugarcane harvest has been lost in Stoneden. That's interesting because that might definitely affect prices. Especially the rum prices. Baby boom in Wistaria. Okay, demand for basic foods is slowly becoming the highest in years. Also very interesting. I do have a second ship now, so I have my heavy frigate. Let us just actually get rid of the Black Betha. Goodbye. Yep, thank you. And yeah, we can actually make this into a very heavy ship. For some reason we're having very loud weather effects. At least they're very loud on my end. I'm sorry if that is impacting you as well. So let's go up to the maximum amount of cannons. Let's increase the guns and let's increase the frame. Right, so now we got ourselves a warship, where we can even find a proper guy for it. There's a smuggler. This guy will give you more success chance of smuggling stuff into ports, which is interesting. So we got the Great Sailor. We're going to assign him to the Wave Glider, and then we're going to hunt some other ships. What do you carry? Yeah, right. This guy has a cargo of 65 coffee, I think, and 39 beer. Tons, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna oh, god damn it, come on. I wanted to attack the dude. Yeah, we're rather slow. Come on. I want you. I'm gonna get you. It's a bit annoying that the ship doesn't auto-follow. Which makes it difficult to actually catch people. I should be able to do that. But I'm not. Go away. Come on. Go away. God damn it. You can change that so that Gazette stuff shows up only as notifications instead of always popping up in the screen. I haven't done that yet. There's a wagon coming into the city. I'm just waiting for a ship. I could move over here. That seems to be like kind of a big shipping line. What do you have? You have no cargo. Well, we could just try to remove our competitors. Just trying to get one battle. Come on. Just want to show off the battles, please. Can I do that now? Oh, there's a location for a colony. So we could actually go for with 50,000 for daily production of 2 tobacco or of 2 sugarcane. Tons. Always gotta think tons. Where's my ship? That's my ship. Okay. Let's go for it. And let's actually... yeah, so let's attack this this ship. Problem is that they don't have anything, I think. The enemy offers to surrender all their goods in exchange for mercy. No, in this time, in this case, we're not going to go for mercy. So this is the combat. We have tactical combat in here. So we have the action points below our ship. We could have multiple ships in a fleet. I just didn't set that up right now. And we have 36 guns. They could try to evade this. They only have 8 guns, which is not going to make this battle fun for them. And there could be obstacles in the battle, like shipwrecks or stuff, but we don't have any. We're rather slow with this. I mean, we're a heavy frigate. Let's see what they do. Our sailors have a high morale, which means that we could have a chance of, yeah, exactly, of being able to move further than the enemy. We have that high morale because we have more guns than they do. And now we can attack them. We can either attack their rigging with these kinds of rounds, or we can just go for the normal rounds, do some proper damage. Okay. If we go closer, we have more of a chance to actually hit them. Now they're gonna shoot. Alrighty. Come on. And they don't. One thing that I'm not too happy about is that you can't actually board them. At least I never managed to board them. We gain 81 tobacco. And Kufruna has changed to neutral. Yeah, people really don't like a pirate. But yeah, I think that's about the main features of the game. You've seen me trading a little bit. You've seen me smuggling. There are other contract stuff that you can do. Just keep the amount of days in the eye. Or in mind. You have loans, you have investments, you have all this kind of stuff. You can create your colonies. I'm gonna hope that at some point we actually do get a proper historical map mode. That's gonna at least increase the value of the game for me by a huge amount. But the game systems work without that as well, if you're willing to actually get acquainted with the procedurally generated map. But yeah, I'm gonna end the Let's Speak episode here. Thank you very much for watching. If you found it useful, if you found it enjoyable, then please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of my other stuff, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Hope I see you in one of my other videos. Thanks, and bye bye.